So, this week's read, The End of the Blind Hustle. For the longest time, ambition came with a very specific visual. It was loud, visible, and slightly exhausting. Long hours, constant motion, saying yes more than you should, and wearing fatigue almost as a badge. The underlying belief was simple: more effort leads to more success. And if you were not visibly busy, you were probably falling behind. What is interesting now is not that ambition has disappeared. It hasn't. What has changed is the way people are choosing to pursue it. There is quite recalibration that is happening. Not announced, not coordinated, but increasingly visible if you pay attention to how people are working, living, and even talking about success. Quiet quitting is boundary setting, not disengagement. Take quiet quitting. It's often misunderstood as disengagement, but what it really reflects is a growing comfort with limits. People are still doing their jobs, still delivering outcomes, but without automatically stretching themselves beyond what is required. The need to constantly prove commitment through visible effort is reducing. Instead, there is a clearer sense of what is enough. Effort is becoming more defined, not endlessly expandable. At a behavioral level, this is shaped by loss aversion. People are becoming more sensitive to what they might lose by overextending, whether that is time, energy, or well being. Protecting those losses is beginning to matter more than the signaling effort. Quiet thriving is success without performance. Alongside this is the rise of quiet thriving. People are still growing, still achieving, but without the need to constantly broadcast it. There is less urgency to convert every win into visibility. Progress is becoming more private, more self defined. The focus is shifting from how success appears to how it is experienced. This reflects intrinsic motivation. There is a stronger pull towards internal rewards like satisfaction, alignment, and personal meaning rather than external validation. This makes quieter forms of success feel complete without needing to be performed. Slow living is attention being reclaimed. Slow living is often mistaken for a rejection of ambition, but it is really a shift in how attention is used. Instead of spreading it thin across multiple demands, there is a conscious move towards depth. People are choosing to be more present in fewer moments rather than partially engaged in many. What looks like slowing down is often just more focused engagement. This is where attentional bias becomes relevant. What we pay attention to shapes what we experience. When attention is fragmented, moments feel diluted. When it is focused, even small, ordinary experiences begin to feel complete. The soft life is a rejection of unnecessary struggle. The idea of the soft life reflects a visible shift from glorifying hardship. Ease, comfort, and emotional safety are no longer seen as indulgent but as intentional choices. People are becoming more selective about where they invest effort, choosing to avoid friction that does not add meaningful value. This reflects a natural tendency to conserve effort. When the outcome is similar, we are wired to choose the path that demands less strain. What is changing is that this instinct is no longer dismissed as laziness. It is being recognized as efficiency. Mid-year resets are structured recalibration. Mid-year resets show a growing willingness to revisit and adjust rather than rigidly persist. Goals are no longer treated as fixed commitments that must be followed through regardless of changing circumstances. Instead, they are being reviewed, refined, and sometimes redefined. Halfway points are becoming moments of reflection rather than checkpoints of pressure. This is driven by the fresh start effect. Temporal landmarks create psychological openings for change. Instead of waiting for a single reset point, people are creating multiple opportunities to realign, making progress more adaptive and less rigid. What connects all of these shifts is not rejection of ambition, but a redefinition of how it is pursued. The earlier model was built on maximizing effort. The emerging one is built on managing energy. It recognizes that more is not always better, that visible is not the same as value, and that constant intensity is not sustainable. This is not the end of ambition, it is the end of blind hustle.